Well, greetings to you. We're hearing an awful lot about the Americans landing an army in Iran, putting in a ground force, so on and so forth. And of course, we're having to listen to not only nonsense from Washington, we're having to listen to a lot of nonsense from TV producers who probably weren't even in the Boy Scouts, never mind the school corps, never mind the army, no bloody idea at all. So I used to, many years ago, don't groan, I know it was a long time ago, but certain golden rules of military and naval procedure never changes. It doesn't matter. First of all, you have to be absolutely sure if you're launching an attack of any sort, you have to have superiority in numbers. That's point one. If you don't have that, it won't work. You have to have complete command of the air. All right? And that doesn't matter whether it's missiles or airplanes. It doesn't really matter which one it is, but you have to have complete command. Now, the other thing you have to have is naval support if it's a seaborne landing or attack. And that has to provide your artillery. Without artillery backup, gunfire from your ships or missiles from your ships, you won't have enough support. And I used to lead lectures and lecture tours of the Great War and the Second War, so on and so forth. And I've also been a student of them, of course. And I've written a number of things which have been published in the Army Review, so on and so forth. So, although I'm an old man and pretty well out of date, I know on the implications of certain weaponry, I'm not out of date at all on principles, because the basic principles never change. Now, if you don't do all these things, for example, we got completely clobbered in Gallipoli in the Dardanelles because it was a miscalculated landing. It all went badly wrong because we hadn't ticked all the right boxes, and we thought we could force the Dardanelles with naval forces only, which Sir Roger Keyes, who was a very senior commander, naval commander, believed he could have done that to his dying day, but that's another story. The point is, it failed, and it failed because the fundamentals weren't met. And you can come on again to Arnhem. Light forces dropped airborne forces, which are light infantry, basically light infantry, airborne light infantry. Well, they're no good against troops who are supported with armour in the modern world. And of course, that's one of the things that we overlooked. We didn't realise, well, we did realise actually, dig deep into it, that we were going to land those troops at Arnhem, who were supported by armour. Germans were supported by armour, and it was a bloody disaster. And these things happen when nobody's paying attention to the fundamental rules of war. There's another thing when it comes to naval warfare. You have to have sea room. What naval commanders call sea room. You cannot put your aircraft carriers and its support up against the shoreline of a hostile country with no sea room, with only about 20 miles at most to manoeuvre. You can't do it. And the Americans have found that out, and they've had to retire away from the Iranian shoreline. This is Janet and John Book 1 of Military and Naval Warfare, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't advanced science, this isn't advanced military science or naval science. This is basic stuff, which you learnt at field rank level, as you entered into field rank. You do not go against these rules. You cannot go against these rules without coming unstuck. So you cannot land in mainland Iran without the support, massive air support, massive naval support, and being able to get armour ashore as quickly as possible. It can't be done. You've only got to do the numbers. And a lot of, they try it, a lot of young American soldiers with whom I served, or the Americans I served with many, many years ago, will go to their graves unnecessarily. It's scandalous. And I don't think the Pentagon will actually allow it, because even the Muppets at the Pentagon will know this is a no-show. This is no hope. It can't be done. So can we stop talking about it? And can mainstream TV actually get somebody on who knows what they're talking about? And I don't mean Rory Stewart, who was, I think, the Royal Army Tailoring Corps or something. What I want is to see some serious expertise come on mainstream channels. Get Colonel McGregor. Colonel McGregor will come on. There are other people you can talk to. Interview me, because it's only basic stuff. So can we just forget about this landing troops in Iran on a hostile shore, because it can't happen, it won't happen, and if it does happen, no good will come of it. Gee, fancy having to tell people this. As most of you know, my work is very heavily independently research based, and I get my information from all over the world. It would help if you press the subscribe button and the little bell next to it, because the more subscribers I have, the more likely it is that international independent research institutes will share their material with me. It's most helpful, and then of course I automatically share it with you. So, surprise, won't cost you anything. Thank you very much.